A woman in my research told me, I lost a lot of time just trying to figure things out. I focused on building this thing she wanted to build. She spent 3 years building the perfect product concept before she had a single customer. And honestly, the product's not even built. 3 years. And here's the kicker, she had an advanced degree and envious credentials. If you're a corporate professional researching business courses right now, considering another certification, or telling yourself you need just one more credential, just one more degree to make you qualify before you can start your business, please stop. You're using education as a safety blanket to avoid the scary part, which is actually starting. I know this because I've worked with educated women who come to me with MBAs, JDs, multiple certifications, and they're still convinced they need more education before they can build a business. Meanwhile, people with half your credentials are out here making six figures because they understand something that you don't: how to try and fail. They know that failing at an experiment that costs $500 teaches you more than succeeding at another certification. They know that one no from a real customer is worth more than 10 A's on your course assignments online. Your MBA taught you to analyze businesses, not create them from scratch. Another course won't give you courage. It'll give you more information to hide behind. Hey, I'm Ayana, and I help educated corporate women stop over-preparing and start building profitable businesses. I spent years launching products for Fortune 500 companies, and even with all that experience, I didn't know these founder frameworks until I had to learn them the hard way. Doing them in practice really hits different, and I realized a pattern. The things that work in a corporate environment aren't one-to-one to being a founder, being a solopreneur. There are some nuances. And now that I've seen both sides of the equation, I know exactly what you need. The fact that you're here tells me something important about you. You're brilliant in your corporate role, probably the strategic thinker everyone turns to when it comes to your business idea. You're frozen. You've got folders of research, bookmarked courses, maybe even a business plan gathering dust, but you haven't made your first sale. And every time you think about starting, that voice in your head says, maybe after I get this certification, or maybe I should join this group to get this class. Once I finish this course, or my favorite, I should probably get my MBA first before I start a business. Here's what that really is. It's not preparation. It's procrastination dressed up in a power suit. Today, I'm showing you exactly what you need to start. Spoiler alert, you already have it. And the 30-day framework to validate your idea while you're still in your corporate job.
Okay, ladies, let me be crystal clear about why more education won't help you start a business. Your corporate training taught you to optimize existing systems, not design new ones from scratch. Your MBA taught you to analyze case studies of businesses that already exist, not create something from nothing. Another course will give you more frameworks to memorize, maybe some inspiration, but not more courage to act. Another certification will give you more letters after your name, not customers in your pipeline. Credentials simply don't validate business ideas. Only customers do. You know what's really happening? You're using education as a professional way to avoid the messy, uncomfortable part of entrepreneurship, putting yourself out there. Because here's the truth. Successful founders spend more time with their customers than in courses. Failed founders, they spend more time planning than validating. The average successful business launched with less education than you already have. Let that sink in for a minute. So now, what do you actually need to start? Let's start with just these three things. First, a strategic validation process, not a business plan. A framework to test if your idea actually has legs. This means talking to real humans who might pay you, not surveying your friends and family. Number two, a minimum viable product or minimum viable offer. Not a perfect product, not a beautiful website, not a year of web development, the simplest version of your solution that someone can pay you for today. Think a pilot program, not a platform. Think a small workshop, not a full course. Think a consulting package, not a complete system. Think testing using drop shipping, not manufacturing anything. Number three, your first paying customer, not followers, not email subscribers, not people who say, "Oh, that's interesting, cute work, girl." Someone who actually pulls out their credit card and says, "How can I pay you for your solution?" Notice what's not on this list: an LLC, a logo, business cards, a fancy CRM, a social media presence, and definitely not another degree or certification. Degrees and certifications are for jobs. That's not what we're doing here. And you're probably thinking, but Ayana, it just can't be that simple. And you're right, it's not simple, it's strategic. There's a difference. Simple means easy. Strategic means deliberate. It will require effort, but at least you know where you're going. And that's where your corporate skills become your superpower. You don't need more education. You need to apply the strategic thinking you already have and use every single day at work to your own business. Here's where you're ignoring. Your strategic thinking is perfect for customer discovery. Your project management skills translate directly to running pilot programs. Your stakeholder management, that client relationships. Your presentation skills, that wow the C-suite, they'll work for selling your offers. Your analysis abilities that make you the go-to person for complex problems at work, perfect for iterating based on customer feedback. You already know how to deliver professional level work. You do it every single day. You just need to point those skills in a new direction. The problem isn't that you're not ready. The problem is you're using employee mindset, employee frameworks for founder problems. Now, if you want to get some skin in the game in just 30 days, here's an incubation framework. The same frameworks that I would use to launch ventures in a billion-dollar company, but adapted for individual entrepreneurs. In week 1, you're going to focus on customer discovery. Identify 10 people who might have the problem you solve, not your friends, actual potential customers. Have conversations, not sales pitches, you're just listening to understand their pain. Listen for what they're already trying to solve that particular problem. What are they using as like a patch or a band-aid to just solve this problem that you want to solve with your business in the meantime? Document the exact language that they use to describe the problem and how they wish it was solved. This is gold for your messaging later, because you'll be able to essentially regurgitate back to them what they described as the problem, and it'll feel like you're in their head. Week 2, focus on problem validation. Narrow to the most urgent, expensive problem that you heard from your 10 potential customers. Not the most interesting one. The most interesting thing is not often the thing that people are gonna pay you for. The one people actually say that they would pay to solve. Test your hypothesis with 5 more conversations, asking this exact question. If I could solve X, what would that be worth to you? If people kind of hem and haw, they're hesitating, you don't have a business yet. If they give you a number, you're onto something. This is validation. This is not guessing. Okay, now we're into week 3, offer design. This is a really exciting milestone, right? Imagine if in 2 weeks, you've talked to people, you've gotten an idea what problem you can solve, and you put in front of folks a sketch of how you would solve, and they're like, yeah, that one, I'm gonna pay for that. That's incredible. So now we're in offer design. You wanna create the simplest solution that addresses the validated problem. Not your dream product, not a full pilot, workshop, or a client package, just something that you can deliver right now. And depending on what your solution is, it might have to be like a landing page, just something that brings to life what you had put on the table as the solution for the customer. Price it based on the value to them, not your competence level. So if it saves them 10 hours a month and their time is worth $100 an hour, that's $1,000 value monthly. Price accordingly. Write a 1-page description of the transformation you're delivering, just 1 page, not a deck, not a business plan, 1 page. And use that to sell your concept, to sell your solution. In week 4, we wanna start seeing sales. First sale, so you wanna go back to the people who said that they would pay. Present your offer, and yes, you'll be nervous, but again, you're gonna use those communication skills that you use for your presentations at work, and you're gonna do it anyway. You're gonna strive to get your first yes and your first payment. Now, again, depending on what your solution is, this first payment might be a down payment. You want something that people are willing to put on the table and commit to purchasing your item, even if it's not the full payment for the offer. If you're building something that you want to manufacture, you want to at least get some confidence that this person believes in you enough to give you 10%, 20%, maybe even up to 50% of what the final cost will be. Now, deliver that solution, get their feedback, and that's it. 30 days. Not 30 courses, not 30 months of planning, 30 days of strategic, hard, and fast action like your life depended on it, and you will have results. Because after every action, you're gonna get feedback. You're gonna get an understanding of what's not working and what else you need to try. If you push yourself the way you push yourself at work, you will see results. I know that you have this in you because I've seen it. I've seen how women go above and beyond for their bosses, for that promotion, for their corporate jobs. You're earning while you're learning, not paying for more education. You're building proof, not consuming content. You're creating confidence through action, not hoping preparation will make you brave overnight. Now, I know there's another voice in your head saying, well, I have this demanding corporate job. Like, how could I possibly have time for this? Like, there's just so much going on at the office. If you want freedom, it's gonna take some sacrifice. And I understand that your corporate job is demanding. Your future is also demanding. Here's how you can do this while still employed. Let's reframe some of that thinking. Lunch break conversations with potential customers in your network. You have to eat lunch anyway. Make it strategic. Be a weekend warrior. Test out your selling approach. Test out your teaching approach. Test out your conversation approach with potential customers all weekend. Carve out 2 hours on a Saturday to validate your entire idea. Evening office hours, offering something free to someone in exchange for their feedback. 1 hour after work, twice a week. LinkedIn posts, testing your messaging. If you want to create a new LinkedIn page that is for your business, not the one that has all your friends and family, your boss and your prior boss. You're on LinkedIn anyway. Use it strategically. Email to 10 connections offering a beta program or a beta version of your concept at a discounted rate. Your network is bigger than you think. Stop treating your corporate job as an excuse. Treat it as an advantage. You have steady income while you validate. You have a professional network to tap into. You have credibility that opens doors. Most successful founders started while employed, and the difference is they started. All this talk about reframing is making me put my coaching hat on. Can we talk about what's really happening here? It's not lack of knowledge, clearly. It's fear of judgment. You're worried what your colleagues will think if you fail at business. It's not missing credentials, it's fear of failure. You've succeeded at everything that's been academic, everything that has a step-by-step ladder, and business just feels a bit unpredictable. It's not that you're needing more planning, it's a fear of looking dumb. You're used to having all the answers, and entrepreneurship means figuring it out as you go. It's not insufficient preparation that your issue is, it's the fear of being visible while being unprepared. In corporate, you can hide behind the company brand. In business, it's just you. And here's the truth that no course is gonna tell you. Another certification is not gonna fix that fear. Only action will. First conversation proves people will talk to you. First validation proves your idea solves a real problem that people give a damn about. First offer proves you can articulate value. First sale proves people will pay you. Each step builds evidence that you can actually do this, but you have to take the first step.
Let me tell you something. You have advantages that scrappy entrepreneurs would kill for. People who are like truly starting from scratch. You know how to manage stakeholders. That's client management. You know how to present to executives. That's selling high ticket offers. You know how to analyze data. That's iteration based on customer feedback. You know how to navigate corporate politics. Building a business is easier than all of that mess. You've been trained to think strategically, plan quarters ahead of time, manage complex projects, sometimes even managing people, and deliver under pressure. These aren't just corporate skills. It's almost like you've got like the founder superpowers and you don't even know it. The research backs this up. Corporate professionals have higher success rates when they leverage existing skills instead of trying to learn something from scratch. You don't need to become someone else to build a business. You need to be the strategic, analytical, execution-focused professional that you already are, just working for yourself instead of someone else. Stop diminishing what you bring to the table. Your corporate experience isn't a liability. It is the ultimate competitive advantage right now. Understand this. Remember that woman I told you about at the beginning who lost 3 years focused on building this thing? She eventually built a different business. She pivoted to a different direction. But she'll tell you herself she could have done it in 90 days with the right framework. You're at a crossroads right now. You can spend another year researching, taking classes, getting ready to get ready, or you can take the next 30 days and actually validate your idea. Every month you wait costs you more than money. It costs you proof that you can do this. It costs you customer feedback that could shape your offer and your whole future. It costs you revenue that you could replace your salary with. But most importantly, it's costing you the confidence that only comes from taking action. You've already proven you can master complex systems. You do it every day at work. Building a business is just another system. You don't need more education to understand that. You need a strategic framework to execute. The question isn't whether you can do this. You can. I know you can. The question is whether you'll stop hiding behind preparation and finally start.
I think you're ready to start researching and start validating that idea that won't leave you alone. So I have something for you. It's the Kitchen Counter CEO Playbook. And it's not a course, it's not generic business theory, it's a framework. It's a system for you to follow to take these steps. I developed it using Fortune 500 venture launched principles adapted specifically for individual entrepreneurs, because I know many of us started at the kitchen table. It shows you exactly what to do in your first 30, 60, and 90 days to validate your idea and get your first paying customers. No fluff, no filler, just frameworks. This is the same validation process that helps corporate women go from, I need another course, I'm too scared to start, I need an MBA, to I just made my first sale. It's for women who are done consuming content and ready to create revenue. Women who want to leverage their corporate skills, not learn everything from scratch. The link is in the description, and if you're not quite ready for that, just join the Launch League community. It's completely free. You'll get weekly frameworks and strategies and real talk about what it means to be a founder, what it means to actually start a business. That link is also below. You know what separates the women who build successful businesses from those who stay in corporate? It's not education, it's not credentials, it's not even about the idea. It's the decision to start and to keep going. You're not behind because you lack any skills. You're stuck because you're using an employee mindset for this desire to be a founder. You already have what you need to start. You've had it all along. The real question is, will you use it? Your first customer is waiting.